All right, good morning. Who's alive? Shall we get going? Yep. Okay. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. Why? Well, trading is risky and not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. But please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader just like you. I've been doing this for about 20 years, so I've learned a few things, good, bad, and ugly, and I'm willing to share it. In fact, I consider myself a servant in our relationship, so please let me know how I can serve you best. Trader psychology, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, something else related to trading? You let Uncle Wayne know. With that being said, there are resources available to you listed in the description below the video. There's a link to my book, Strategic and Tactical Forex Trading, a link to my community, fxbootcamp.com, a link to quantbox.co that automates your macroeconomic analysis. There's a link to tradersway.com, a trustworthy and ethical foreign exchange broker. Yeah, there is one. If you want a better broker, one maybe with faster execution speed, or maybe with better swaps, or better execution speed, or better customer service, or whatever, better tools, better looking employees. I don't know. Give Traders Way a try. Do your own due diligence. Tradersway.com. So let's go through the world. A couple of things on QuantBox, I wanted to make sure you guys are paying attention to your commitment to traders report. But you can see money has flown into Australia. Yeah, money has flown into the Aussie. And even though oil's up today, a lot of money has come out of that industry. So just sort of like an interesting heads up. Oil is up today, as you guys should already know, since we talked about it over the last 2 weeks. Saudi Arabia cutting production, lowering supply, increasing price. So I asked you in the poll, do you want to trade some oil? Suddenly, lots of people want to trade oil. Cool. Right on. Nice. So I hope you caught that. Taking a look at gold. Okay, gold is still coming down, which is great. But we are now at the best buying price of the week. So if you are a bull, it's time to get ready to go. Okay, it's time to get ready to go if you're a bull. If you're a bear, be ready for that. Bears, of course, have a little bit lower of a target. Okay, so it'd be a terrible place to sell, but if you're a bull, get ready. Because this ain't funny. Very nice, very nice. Right now we have risk on in the stock market. OMG. That's a big day. What you have to do, it's part of the job, is mark the old support. In fact, I might want to let's redo this whole thing. Let's do this whole thing. I want to look at it longer term, cleaner view, bearish point of view, and I can't sell. Even though I'm not necessarily a bull, I can't sell it. Okay. Bulls should be waiting for stuff like this or that future 21, and you kind of get a trade plan that looks something like I was going to do arrows. Yeah. Like this. Okay. That's what I think is lined up. I don't necessarily want that. I'm already exposed to it in my cash positions and my retirement account. But as far as a trade there on our trading platform, it's not ready to sell and it's too high to buy. So I might have to take a break today. Biddy. Okay, it's got a sell going. You can see what's going on here. Where's my drawing tool? There it is. We have the up into this weekly, monthly cluster, and target on Bitcoin is 26. Okay, cool. Noise. Hope I'm not going too fast. Take a look at dollar pairs. Okay. It's either wait for a drop or wait for the catch up. Okay. So a retest to 140 would be ideal. And maybe I buy that dip. It could fall to, do I want 39.50? Not really. So 39 would be fine. Let's look at the 4H. 39.50. Yeah, I could do it. So between 39, 39.50, I'm interested in buying. Cool. Got to mark the top just in case. Couple weeks until the Bank of Japan meeting where they might adjust either their yield curve control or their monetary policy. Looking to buy USD, one of the assets that I probably would take a shot on first is going to be this Kiwi. We already marked it and it seems to be roughly about right. So as of today, going into a smaller time frame, I have permission to engage to the south side. It's a mediocre trade, but it's tradable. Okay. Tradable anyways. Right? It ain't perfect. It ain't pretty, but it, whatever. All right. So here we are. Terrible place to sell, but it is, right? We're at the bottom of an up channel. So the safest way to trade this, if you're a bear, is to let it break, do the test, trade the pullback. If you're a bull, get ready. Okay. Which one? I don't know which one. Yeah, Don says wait for the for Australia to raise rates, and then he's going to dump the Aussie. Okay. On the short run, that probably makes sense, right? That's the personality of the Aussie dollar. You get a pop and drop is what I like to call them, and then re-engage longer term the following day. Okay. So where are we now? Boom, 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 boom. Then non-farm payrolls came out and drove this up. And I said, great, you can have it. I'm a bear. I'm not interested. And then boom. So now what we're doing is we're kind of playing off this moving average, I think is what's going on. Okay, so the trade plan is when you get across like this, you want to sell in that zone. So really this is tomorrow's trades being set up. It could go higher and then try again here. But what I think is likely to happen is really it's sideways until that 21 catches up and then it drops. Okay, I'm going to skip kitty cat. I'm going to go into the Aussie, and there's the conversation on Aussie. Now, bulls want to buy this dip, okay? And bears want to sell that rip. So I think it's right. So I'm still set up bearishly, but yeah, obviously the RBA decision is going to impact this. Oh, for sure. So it might not be my first trade, but for longer term swing traders, this is the sell zone. And we planned that a week ago. And remember, a week ago, we knew we were near the take profit zone. So this is an out and this is a new in. Now, inside of that logic, there's still room for volatility around the event. Okay? So long-term long? No. Short-term long? Yeah. Long-term short? Yeah. Cool. But things are changing. And like I said, where's my QB? Come on, QB. What's the big thing to pay attention to? Do people care? Down here. Do people care that the RBA is likely to raise interest rates this week? Well, of all our asset classes that QuantBox tracks, including Bitcoin and gold and oil, the most money by institutional investors last week went into Australian dollar. Do you think they're trading the potential rate hike this week? Remember, this was last week. This number was gathered Tuesday of last week. Okay? Tuesday it was required that institutional investors report this to the government. Okay? Then the government told us on Friday. And I know you pay attention to this stuff, right? So really, almost a week ago, money was already flowing into the Australian dollar, which tells you institutional traders think ahead. And that's why sometimes there's a discrepancy between what retail is doing and what institutional is doing. Institutional is thinking a week ahead, minimum a week ahead, often quite a bit more. Okay? And that's why you get discrepancies here, where retail is doing one thing and sometimes institutional is doing another. Neat, right? Anyways. It's too late to apologize. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. I think, yeah. Was that too quick? Is that too quick? Covered quite a bit. We can do some yen pairs. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I got my cufflinks on for you today. Nice. Want to look pretty for you. You're my sweet baby. Okay. Let's get some congruency here. 4H. Let's do it, right? Try to get some time congruency. Okay. So last night in the day trading group, because we meet on Sundays. Yeah, we meet on Sundays. I drew an X and we had two plans really. One is try to catch the 5 EMA, and at that time, that's why I drew the X. And the second one would be, if it fell, try to kick it off the 21. Guess the 5 worked, huh? What do you think of that? Amazing, right? Good, right? Good. So it looks like we're riding that 5. Holy smokes. Amazing. We have already accomplished the logical target for the day. Well, the day is over in Japan. But that, if this is going up, you're likely selling the Japanese yen. By the way, are you going to join the day trading group so you can have conversations like this on Sunday at 7 p.m., right before Asia opens? I can't imagine being a currency trader and you're not trading the Asia Open to start the week. What do? You wait for what? You throw that a half a day away? Wow. You should join the day trading group. I'm telling you. It's intimidating, though. We're all supermodels. Okay, so we have a breach to the upside. You can also mark it a little higher. Okay. This I was hoping to get a pullback, but the first level's holding up. Huh? It's one of these things where you might have to buy high and jam it. Buy high and jam it. It's a dirty little trading strategy. Yeah. So I worked on my book again over the weekend. I'm going to focus the book on simply, how do you say in English, 63 trading styles, 63 trading strategies using technical analysis. Does that sound interesting to you? The topic? $63. For example, how to use PSAR to exit your trades using volatility. Okay. I'm going to try to price the book at $30 so that when you buy it on Amazon.com, you know how you get a 30% discount. So it ends up being $20. My first book was like, what, 89? So would you buy the new book if it was about 63 different trading strategies using technical analysis and it ends up costing you $20? Remember, it cost me probably pretty close to $20 just to produce the book. But my goal, I'd like your help in reaching the Wall Street Journal bestsellers list. That's my goal. And I'm pretty sure it's just out of ego. I don't know. So I'm going to make it cheap. I'm not going to make any money. But I'll get on some list. It's not ready quite yet, but I do have a book cover somewhere. So that's where, I mean, it's getting done. I'm trying anyways. But I can only get on the bestsellers list at Wall Street Journal if it's physical books ordered by books from bookstores. So I might have to have everybody go to their local bookstore and request it. Richard says, how many pages over this week did you get done? Well, I had 50 pages done, but then I asked you guys what you wanted the book about to be about. And I actually did this 2 weeks ago with the swing trading group. And I got their feedback on how to improve the swing trading group, how to improve FX boot camp, so on and so forth. And it seemed to me that, the focus when it came to like the swing trading group, strategy. So I took those first 50 pages and I threw them in the trash can. So now I've spent over the weekend brainstorming, and yeah, it'll be, about 60, maybe more, maybe less trading strategies that I'll write about and then give examples. So I want sort of like real world, how to not even step by step, just straightforward. I think I want a really straightforward book where in 1 or 2 pages, here's a strategy. So anyways, I hope you find that interesting, because I would like it to actually be helpful. That'd be nice. All right, so Euro Yen, this is actually a downer. If you were going to be a bear, this is a very interesting turn. It's the right price. So I don't know if you've decided if this is the right time. Okay? So one of the strategies I could talk about is like, if this candle closed right now, it'd be an inside candle. How do you trade that? Okay? It's a form of trap and break. Okay? It's a range trade. So if you're a bull, you're going to want to buy here or here. If you're a bear, you've already missed your shot. So bears, you're going to need something more like that. That's how you handle this situation using technical analysis. Wait, whoa. Did I just knock that out? I looked at a 4-hour chart, identified the range, boxed it in, dropped into a 15, filtered through my bias and set up technical entries. And yeah. Cool. Cool, right? So seriously, how many people would pre-order the book from their local bookstore? I would need you to literally go to a physical bookstore and say, hey, bro, I need Bulls versus Bears by Wayne McDonald. And they need to go to the computer, look it up and say, oh, it's on pre-order. You're like, yeah. I want you to pre-order it. And I was thinking about maybe picking a few bookstores and calling them and saying, hey, I got 20 people coming to your bookstore. Pre-order books for them, and I'll come and I'll do a signing or do a little meet and greet, sit and read kind of thing. So wouldn't it be cool if I did New York, Toronto, and London in 3 days or something? And then down to Miami. Yeah, well, that would be it, eh, Johnny? I remember in like 1992, I contacted Barnes and Noble, and I'm like, I want to start a book club, and they're like, oh, cool. What kind of books would you read? And I'm like, oh, well, we're not all going to read the same book. We're all going to read different books. And they're like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, why would we want to talk about the same book? I'm not interested in other people's opinions, but I'm interested in what they're reading. I know what I'm reading. If somebody wants to know what I think, I'll tell them. But then I don't want to know what they think of the same book. Who cares? But I'm interested in what they're reading. I'm interested in them. So anyways, they thought, well, I guess if you organize it, we'll advertise it. And then I just got too busy. I was busy even then. So only, the only one left in Barnes & Noble, huh? The one from Who's Got Mail, I think, right? All right, so euro yen double top drop. And so again, make sure you understand the strategies that are going. This is a sell price. Okay, this is a buy price. You already knew that. The next buy price is down here. And the next sell price is way, way above us. So it's not even in play. So you really just have this top. So, so bears can sell here or they're going to sell here. Bulls are going to buy here or buy here. Okay, the next one is way lower. So to thread all this together, the double top for a bear makes sense. A bear's not concerned about this rally because that also makes sense. A bear re-enters here and hits down here and exits, and then the bulls get their opportunity, and the bulls take the ball, and the bulls take it north, and we end up here. Richard's like, hey, would I say the European economy is weakening? Well, who cares what I think? So let's go to euro dollar. Okay, and let's expand this. Let's just compare Europe to the United States. Interest rates favor the U.S. Unemployment favors the U.S. Inflation favors the U.S. GDP favors the U.S. The trend favors the U.S. Seasonality favors the U.S. Retail sentiment favors the U.S. COT data, neutral. See, 68% are long the dollar, 76% are long the euro. So, yeah, economically, yes. Just on the economic front, and that was your question, is the economy weakening? Compared to the dollar, yes. Okay, compared to something else, I don't know. You want to, well, let's bring it back. You can say, well, that's, okay, that's U.S. Hang on, let me expand this out. But you can compare and contrast, so I can go into my crosses here and say, what about versus Europe? Mixed bag. So you would assume in this situation that the dollar or the U.S. economy is stronger than both the U.K. and Europe. Oh, charts are gone. Yeah, you're over there? Oh, sorry. How did we get over there? Huh. So anyways, going back to this, just so you're up there. I don't know how we got over there. Sorry. Mixed bag. So Europe is not necessarily any better than the UK. right? Their strength and weaknesses in different ways. But to compare that to the United States, I'll bring this back. Europe versus the United States. Europe is winning in no category. Tied in one, losing in every other category. So yes, is the European economy weakening? Well, compared to the U.S., yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Okay. Yep. I don't know, Ashish. Don't know. Okay, another way of looking at this is doing it that way, if that's a helpful guide. Okay. Cool. Oh, Richard, well, just pay the $80 and all your problems are solved. Well, at least for macroeconomics. It doesn't think forward. It doesn't even give you entries. It looks at technical trend, but the technical trend could be down on the daily, but up on the 15-minute and up on the hour. So you have to be smart. You still have to do your job, right? So like, for example, let's say QuantBox says strong buy on CAD. And by the way, the next iteration, I'm changing that language. Okay? It's not a strong buy, it's very bullish. And then in the next iteration. But nonetheless, let's say it says strong buy. Okay, as a technician, do you buy up here? No. What's wrong with you? Oh, well, Wayne QuantBox said strong buy. You're not doing your job. If that's how you're using the tool, you're not doing your end of the bargain. QuantBox does aggregate macroeconomic data, organize it, okay, score and rank it, and then does comparative analysis amongst asset classes. So if it says strong buy and you buy it up here, you're not living up to your end of the bargain. You suck as a technical analyst. But the trend is bullish, Wayne. Yeah, dude, this is up. But if you buy high at resistance, there's something, right, sorely wrong with you. You're supposed to say, oh, dude, I'm in the business of buying dips in a rally. Okay? Yeah, rocking the gecko. Yeah, custom-made shirt. Incredible material. Right? Beautifully stitched. Beautiful fabric. I'm telling you, it's just fat. And I ruined it today. I ruined my shirt. Oh, I ruined my shirt. There was a thread on my collar, and I went to cut it off with the scissors, and I cut the collar. Oh, I know, dude. I wasn't wearing my glasses. I can't see. And, I don't know what happened, but So I have this beautiful, 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 beautiful shirt, and I just ruined it. I totally ruined it. Look, I'll show you. It's this one. Look. Oh no, look. Oh. Oh no. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's good, right? We're good. I think we're good for today, right? That was enough? Too much, maybe? I don't know. Right on hell. Yeah, see, my first book I launched at a trading expo in New York City, and it was easy to get 3,000 people together. Especially when you buy everybody free booze, people tend to show up to your party. So anyway, so that was easy. I'm not planning something like that this year, but maybe I should. Maybe I should do something like that again, and have them pre-order or something, right? But really, what I would like is, it would be helpful towards my goal if there's tracking businesses, right? There are businesses out there, sort of like the rating agencies for television. There's sort of like a rating agency or several of them for book sales. And so if I want to win the Wall Street Journal bestsellers list, then I need to know what agency tracks sales, and then how do they track sales? Okay. And in this case, they don't really use Amazon. One of the things they really like is bookstore sales. And so if people are going in, let's say, 35 or 40 or 50 cities around the world, and all of a sudden they're getting pings like 5 people in Hong Kong want this book, 27 people in London want this book, 2 people in Paris want this book, right? 47 people in New York, but also Detroit and San Francisco and Miami, and and apparently Atlanta sales are booming. I'm just buying all my book, right? And anyways, and all of a sudden there's bookstores all around the world. People are walking in. They're like, I want to pre-order a copy of this book. And now my hope, though, too, is then the bookstore says, dude, we got 2 or 3 people like putting this book on order. And then they can also see that it's in demand around the world. So they're like, maybe we should pick up 4 or 5 copies and just have it around in the store. Okay. And that would help towards getting the goal, achieving the goal. Yeah. And then I'll probably just pull the book off of all the shelves and just stop all the sales and write the new book. And that's that. Just want to hit the goal. Doesn't matter. Pull the plug. MoveOn.com. So anyways, that's the vision. If you can help me achieve that, I think we can have some fun along the way and write a half-decent book. The second book is on macroeconomics, and I want to focus on that even more. So the technical stuff, to me, is just something that has to be done, part of the process. And you guys want it to be strategic, so great. I'm going to cover as many strategies as possible, give as many real-world examples as possible, and have a good book on technical strategies. Great. Then the next book is a detailed book on macroeconomics. And to that, for me, that's the next level of interest as far as writing. And then the third book is going to be on trader psychology. And to me, that's fascinating all in of itself. So those are the 3 books that are in various forms of progress. So start with technicals, then do fundamentals, and then do psych. And then I'll wrap that up. That series will be done. Ich kaputt, ja! Nice, right? And I'm trying to make them as cheap as possible. Not cheap, but affordable. The lowest price possible. So I'm thinking it'll be about $20, I think. Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess that's that. So day traders, I will see you at 4 p.m. to plan tomorrow. That Japanese stock market from last night is just cray-cray, huh? Look at that, all the way up to that. We talked about this hitting the target before Wednesday, but it looks like it's going to be Monday, maybe Tuesday. Wow. Okay. No, Ashish, I think we're done. Yep, I think we're done. So peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.